Hey everyone, greetings from Stevenson, Washington, where I have the lucky privilege of cat-sitting Cosmo for the weekend while Tracy's out of town. And that means I get to wander down here into the woods and use some quiet time to be reflective about all that's going on in the world, as well as to be planful and visionary about how my business shifts with that. And I wanted to take a few minutes because a couple weeks ago I posted on here an Antiracist Newbie Wild Horse Lake edition, I think, just how hard this work can be. The work of becoming anti-racist, the work of unlearning all the lies we've been fed. And that's true. It's hard work. But I don't in any way want to indicate that it's not completely worth it or that it's not completely necessary or that it is without healing, joy, richness, goodness, curiosity, hopefulness, because it is all those things too. One of the things I've been learning is white supremacy traits. Perhaps you're familiar with Tema Okun's work, and I'll put the link below. And one of those characteristics of white dominant culture is binary thinking or either-or thinking. And doing the work to become a better, stronger ally, accomplice, and co-conspirator is not a choice of is it hard or is it easy? Is it challenging or is it joyful? We don't have to be forced to choose between those two states. It is all of that and more. Not the easy part. I don't think it's easy. It is easier when I'm able to do this work in relationship with others. It is terrifying to try to do this work alone. One of my friends and accountability partners, her name is Erin, and she shared a story with me, been maybe a year or so I don't remember the specifics, where she'd been at a training and the story was shared where there was a friendship between a white woman and a black woman. And the white woman told her black friend, "There will come a time when my whiteness betrays me. How are we going to talk about it when that happens? Not if that happens, when that happens. When it happens that no matter my good intentions, no matter my work, no matter my learning, no matter my accountability, no matter my efforts, my whiteness will still show up and betray who I want to be. And will we be able to talk about that when it happens?" Now here's the thing. As I talked with Erin about this story and this example, neither of us could remember which pronoun was used. Was it, "One day my whiteness will betray me," which plays out the way I just described it? Or is it, "One day my whiteness will betray you, my black friend and colleague"? Because certainly that holds true also. That despite our relationship and despite our willingness to be direct with each other and to fight for justice alongside each other, one day my whiteness will betray you and our friendship. And I actually love that both pronouns work. And it goes right back to the whole white supremacy trait of it having to be one or the other, and this whole concept of the restriction of binary choices. So I just invite you to maybe see how that shows up for you. When I go back to the joy of an anti-racist practice, if you bring curiosity and humility to this work, it is a joy to learn. And I have mind-blowing conversations on a nearly daily basis as I'm having more racial conversations with friends and families and clients. And there is tremendous reward and value in that. Not just for me, but for the relationship, for the work, for the community, for healing this broken world. And I also love just playing with and grappling with and wrestling with all of this new information. And I want to say, on one hand, it's really fun, and it's great to have those aha moments, whether they're happening alone or in the presence of someone who helps us to think deeply. And I love that. And we cannot get stuck as white folks staying in the safe confines of intellectualism, of keeping it in the tossing of ideas and sharing experiences. We must also ensure that those conversations and anything academic or cerebral is also driving ongoing change and action. So that's where my thoughts are today. I hope you're having new thoughts and new ideas, that you're not expecting perfection, that you're apologizing when you fuck up, that you're learning from your mistakes, that you are acknowledging your own trauma, figuring out where you get triggered and where it's really hard for you to keep doing this learning around oppressive systems and racism in this country. I see you. I know you're out there doing this work too, and I'm glad that I'm not doing it alone. Be well.